What up? Yep, your man's up here again, and I know this is kind of like a random video, but I'm gonna just do like I'm gonna talk about wrestling games that I have on me right now. Well, I ain't gonna say this is not all the games I ever had though. All the wrestling games I ever had, because it's not. It's not. Some of them either got stolen because they really did get stolen, or they like got misplaced because moving to a location and stuff. So going different places and stuff. So yeah, some of these games got lost and all this shit. I don't know how, but maybe they got stolen from me because I had some of the greatest games ever, and some of them got stolen. Um, Let me start off with the first game. Legends of Wrestling off the GameCube. Now, this game right here, some of you people don't like this game, and I'm going to be mad at you because this game was not great. It was not the greatest wrestling game I ever played, not at all. Now, the gameplay, it was kind of garbage a little bit. Why every player had to move stiff? Everybody moves stiff on this game. Like with the punches is stiff. Like they'll be like, the arm doesn't bend. It just they make a sound effects. You know what I'm saying? You know, making grunt noises and all this shit. Yeah. This game, dang, I got the hiccups now. This game right here, though, it was fun to play though. If you play it with somebody, if you play this game with somebody, it's pretty damn fun. Now, if you play it by yourself, it's not all that fun. Dang. Excuse my hiccups, man. But yeah, like, oh wow, I'm getting the hiccups, dog. What's up, man? What's up with that? Yeah, like the players move stiffly. The everything was stiff about this game. Like for example, you body slam somebody, you got boom. It was stiff as hell. The gameplay was terrible. Now, some of the characters I used to like picking on this game. Well, you can unlock more characters on this game. Unlock more characters. You can unlock all the characters on this game. I got the hiccups like crazy. You can unlock all the characters on this game. Like, no, all 42 characters. You gotta do it with a code though. I know the code to unlock all the characters. It's up, down, left, right, YYX. That's on GameCube. Up, down, left, right, YYX. You know, that's the code. I remember that code, and I ain't played this game in so goddamn long. But I still had the game. It was fun. My favorite player, oh yeah, if you play like, I think a story mode or something like that, I forgot. You pick any wrestler, they had territories you wrestle in though. You start please go away, hiccups. They have you start off at oh my god, man, I can't even talk with the hiccups, man. They have you start off like in a territory, you know, like the northeast or something, you know. And then after you play the game for a while, you go to another territory like the South territory, and then you go. It's like the old school. It's like old school wrestling. That's how I like the way the game plays. It's old school, like you go to different territories. I like the story mode way the way the story mode is. It's not gonna go away. Yeah, they had it like that then. Oh yeah, I'm gonna tell you my favorite characters. My favorite characters is on this game. Me picking. I used to pick like maybe 4 characters. About 4 characters I used to pick on this game. I used to always pick RVD, Rob Van Dam. I used to pick Bret the Hitman Hart. I used to pick Superstar Billy Graham, and I used to pick Tito Santana because they was the shit. You know what I'm saying? Those were my favorite 4 to pick on the game, and maybe Hulk Hogan, but mainly the 4 guys, the other guys I just named, those are the main guys I usually pick. That's just me. And occasionally I might pick some of the other wrestlers, but they're the main 3. They're the main ones. Oh yeah, Sabu on this game too. Sabu is a motherfucker. But the gameplay was fucked up. The finisher is down or something like that. Actually it depends what the finisher is. Like, yeah, it depends what it is. Like Bret Hart, if the guy's laying down and you going by his legs and shit, you press down, and he like if it's like health bar is blinking and shit, like it's purple or something, it's blinking like bloom, bloom, and you press down twice, he'll do the sharpshooter. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Or RVD, he'll do the fall splash off the top rope. You gotta go on the top rope and shit, and then you gotta press down, and he'll do the fall splash. He'll do the fall splash. Shit like that. That's what I'm talking about. But the game, if I was to give this game a rating, like a game like 0 out of 10, I'd probably give this game I'd probably give it a 5, maybe 6. No, 5. 5 is it's sound about right. A 5, which is a fail. It's a 5. Maybe, I don't know. It depends on your opinion. But this game wasn't the greatest game in the world. But if you play it with somebody, that shit fun as hell. It's fun as hell. Alright, I'm done with this. I talked about this long enough. Let me speed this video up a little more. Okay. Next game I'm about to talk about. This game was the shit. Top 3 wrestling game of all time. In any company. Top 3 wrestling game ever. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. WWE Day of Reckoning. Top 3 wrestling game of all fucking time. It's actually my top 2. Actually, my top 2 not even a top 2. It's just 2 of them tied together. SmackDown 2 and this motherfucker right here. And the third one will probably be No Mercy. But I lost that motherfucker. No, not No Mercy, but yeah, No Mercy. No, actually, WrestleMania 2000 was better. But yeah, this game was the shit. It was the shit. Like the graphics still stands. They were so far ahead of time with the graphics. It's not even funny. This game's graphics was no fucking joke. It was no joke. It was, man, these graphics is ridiculous. They had unlockable legends. I ain't like the unlockable legends too much. They had unlockable legends like they had Bret Hart. They had Brutus the Barber Beefcake. They had Greg Valentine, Andre the Giant. Did I say Bret Hart? I think I did say Bret Hart. Who else they had? Those the main ones I can remember. Yeah, those the main ones I can remember so far. I can't remember all of them, man. Can't remember all of them. But those the main ones I remember. Brutus the Barber Beefcake, Bret Hart, Greg Valentine, Andre the Giant. They're the only ones I can remember. I think there's another one I forgot, but the game though, it was great, man. The gameplay was great. When you wrestle on the game, you don't have to hear bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to hear bullshit. What I mean by that, like the commentary or the announcers, whatever you want to say, whatever you want to call them, You don't have to hear them talking in the fucking background. And what I mean by that, you don't have to hear them saying. They would be saying the same old shit over and over. They would be so repetitive and shit. They'll say some shit that has nothing to do with you doing what you're doing in the ring. It has nothing to do with you or your opponent. It has nothing to do with it. Like SmackDown versus Raw shit. They'll be saying some random shit, saying some dumb shit. Like what the like? Oh, he hit him hard with a sledgehammer. It wasn't even a sledgehammer in the goddamn ring. Nobody even had a sledgehammer. It was a fucking singles match, a normal match. I can't hit him with a damn sledgehammer. Oh, he hit him with a sledgehammer. Like the fuck? That type of shit I'm talking about. That dumb shit. That's the dumb shit I'm talking about. He hit him with a steel chair. It ain't even a steel chair in sight. The fuck? Or if I do hit him with a steel chair, I hit him with a steel chair, the motherfucker say, oh, you hit him with a goddamn bat with barbed wire or some dumb shit. He would say some retarded shit. What the fuck, man? Come on, man. The commentary ain't on here, thank God. They play the music on here, too. The instrumental to the music on the game. Which is fantastic. I like that. I like that on this game. They need to go back to that format because it makes it feel more of a video game feel to that shit. You know what I'm saying? It makes it feel good, you know. And then the graphics, I can argue that these graphics can be better than WWE 2K14's graphics. I really can. I really fucking can. These graphics look too fucking real. It looks too goddamn real. It looks too real. These have to be some of the realest graphics I've ever seen in my life. On any game. The graphics is just fucking ridiculous, okay? For a wrestling game, they was way ahead of their time. Way ahead of their time. These graphics look good to this day. And this 2014, this game came out in 2004. But yeah, and then the storyline, you had to, Triple H would turn on you and shit after you start winning championships and shit, and then you have to beat Triple H at WrestleMania and some dumb shit, or vice versa, The Undertaker on SmackDown, when you join the Ministry of Darkness and shit with Charlie Haas and Booker T and Undertaker and you know what I'm saying? Shit like that, and then you gotta fight Undertaker at WrestleMania and beat him. I don't know why. What's up with these wrestling games? But you always have to turn back to Undertaker and Triple H. Every time in the storyline, you gotta beat Triple H or Undertaker at the end of the fucking storylines in WWE's storylines on the game. Why you gotta always go back to Triple H and fucking Undertaker? You gotta always beat these motherfuckers. I don't know why. I don't know why they had that shit. This shit odd as hell. Have you noticed that shit? You gotta always beat Undertaker or Triple H, especially like around around the early 2000s and shit. They booked the games like that. Maybe not nowadays, but back then they used to do that shit. But the game was great. I ain't like John Cena. I never picked John Cena on the game, man. John Cena sucked. He sucked. He sucked on the game. He sucked in real life too. Shit. I used to like picking. These are my favorite characters to pick on the game. No lie. I'm not even lying about it. I used to pick people like RVD was on this game too. I used to like pick people like, Kurt Angle as an active roster member. He had the highest rating on the game. He had the highest. Like, I ain't talking about like as the game in total. I'm talking about like, unless you make a creative star or something, a creative superstar or something. But I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about like just on the active roster. On the active roster, not legends or none of that shit. Just active roster at the time. Kurt Angle had the highest rating on the game. He had a higher rating than Triple H, Chris Benoit, The Rock. You know what I'm saying? He had a higher rating than all of them. You know, Kurt Angle was overpowered on that game, man. I used to love working with Kurt Angle on that game. I used to fuck people up with Kurt Angle. I used to make people tap out of shit. He used to do different submission holds and all types of shit. Kurt Angle was the shit on Day of Reckoning. He was the shit on this game. Kurt Angle was the shit. I used to use him and Eddie Guerrero. Eddie Guerrero was the shit too. my two favorite characters used on the game. Maybe a close third is Randy Orton. I used to like using Randy Orton for some goddamn reason. Randy Orton and shit. But I think they have some of these characters, like these characters or superstars or wrestlers. They had these wrestlers ratings too down. Some of them was too damn low. Like Chris Jericho, I thought his rating was too damn low. I thought RVD's rating was too damn low. You know what I'm saying? People like that was too damn low. RVD, Christian was too low to me. Edge was too low. You know, they should have had their ratings a little higher than what they had them. Really, you gonna get? Never mind. I ain't gonna go into that. They had Hell in the Cell on this bitch, man. They had like a good soundtrack too. They had like Breaking Benjamin, Fireflies, and I forgot the other. Oh, damn. They had Public Enemy on there. I forgot the other songs on there, but them the main two that sticks out to me. But yeah, this game was. They're reckoning top 3 wrestling game of all time. I don't give a fuck. I'm done with that game. Now the next game I'll give it to you. SmackDown vs. Raw 2006. Now I don't have the original SmackDown vs. Raw. I never wanted to get that game. I wanted to get 06. And I got it the same year it came out. I got it in 05. And so I'm looking at the back of it right now. I got it in 05. Like, this game was good. Only thing I don't like about this game, no real shit. The only thing I don't like about this game was when you like get tired of shit, you gotta press select on PS2, or if you play the Xbox version, the Xbox 360 version, you have to press the fucking, I think you have to press B or some shit. B, I think B. I can't remember. I think it was B. You gotta press B to get some, I don't know if it was B or back. No, it wasn't back. It was some shit. I think it was B. You gotta press B, and you gotta collect your stamina back and shit. You gotta just sit there and just collect your stamina. Like, that shit was dumb, man. I'm glad they took that dumb shit out of the goddamn games later on, cause that shit was retarded. I don't know. And then John Cena. This when John Cena was at his peak. I'm talking about far as reigning as champion. I'm talking about this one of his first title reign, when he had one of his first title reigns and shit. When John Cena was goddamn, they was overbooking him and shit. They were making him the strongest force in WWE history and shit, winning every goddamn thing. John Cena was at his peak of terror when it comes to that point. People really, at this time, people started to hate this motherfucker. They started to hate that motherfucker. About 05, 06, they started hating that motherfucker. And I didn't really start hating John Cena until like 06, 07. That's what, cause I got tired of his bullshit. But before then, I just tolerated him. I didn't hate him, but I didn't like him either. I just tolerated him. And then after a while, he had a year-long title reign. I was like, fuck this. I'm done with this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? That's what the shit I'm talking about. I started hating John Cena, man. He was feuding with Edge on the game and all this shit. This game was good, though. You had the... Shit. The storyline was great, man. I like the GM mode, too. I used to love the General Manager mode, man. General Manager mode was so fucking fun. That's like my favorite part of the game, playing the General Manager mode. This game was fun for that shit. I used to like to book my own matches, have my own roster, all types of shit. That shit was fun as hell. Fun as hell. Man, they had unlockable legends. Like, the gameplay was great too. The players didn't move all stiff and shit like Legends of Wrestling and none of that bullshit. They had unlockable legends on the game. I think they had, who was a legend on the game at the time? They had The Rock. They had like unlockable legends. They had The Rock, I think. They had Stone Cold. They had Bret Hart, Mankind, not Dude Love. They had Mankind. They had, damn, who else they had? Shit, Hulk Hogan, of course. They had all three. Another thing, why they had all three Hulk Hogan's on this game? Real shit. They had the regular Hulk Hogan, the current Hulk Hogan on there. Then they had Hollywood Hulk Hogan, and then they had the Hulk Hogan from the 80s and early 90s and shit. Like, what? Why do you have three Hulk Hogans, man? Is it real? That's just a waste of roster spot. Really? Three Hulk Hogans, though? For real, though? Wow. But anyway, yeah, the Bury Alive match, they used to cheat on that goddamn shit. I used to hate playing that fucking match. I used to love playing Money in the Bank, though. That shit was fun as hell. Money in the Bank. No, that ain't that game, though. That's not that game. Yeah, though. They had that game. They had, Rey Mysterio, he used to get his ass kicked in the game, and he'd get injured too damn easily. The game was fun, though. It was fun. I used to love playing hardcore matches and shit, fucking people up, hitting people with steel chairs and shovels and all types of shit. They had backstage where you could fight back in the parking lot and all. That shit was fun as hell, man. That's one of the best wrestling games of all time. It's at least in the top 5, top 10. This game right here in the top 10 at least. Top 5, in my opinion. Next game. Nah, this is the game that everybody been waiting for. Everyone. Oh yeah, let me tell you about the soundtrack on there. They had a great soundtrack too. Well, I ain't gonna tell you about the song. Fuck, I don't give a fuck. Now I'm gonna tell you about the game that you've been waiting for. Da-da-da-da! SmackDown vs. Raw 2007. This game right here was the shit. This game is up there with Day of Reckoning, is up there with No Mercy, and is up there with WrestleMania 2000, aka WrestleMania 16 video game. Is up there with that as far as the best WWE games of all time. Is up there with that. Is up there with SmackDown 2 and SmackDown 1. Even though I think SmackDown 2 was a little bit better. SmackDown 2 is the shit. Oh yeah, can't forget about Here Comes the Pain and you can't forget about games like that. It's up there with them though, with them great games though. Here Comes the Pain and Shut Your Mouth and shit. I had Shut Your Mouth. That bitch got stolen. That bitch got stolen a long time ago. I was mad as fuck when that bitch got stolen. I can't believe people used to steal video games back in the day. See, that's to tell you who your real friends are and who's not your friends. That shit right there. That motherfucker stole some shit from me, dog. I ain't know who stole that bitch. Man, I seen him stole that bitch from me, dog. I don't know. No, he moved away and he had my game. I came up and then he came back into my neighborhood. I came up to it. I knew he stole my shit and I came up to it and blew his fucking shit out. I cleaned his shit for stealing my fucking shit. Man, I'm like, you want to steal my game, bitch? I'm about to knock you the fuck out. That's the type of shit I did, okay? But this game right here was the shit. It was the shit, okay? The storyline was great. When you had to play with, what I was going to say? Well, the storyline, you had to basically, damn, I'm trying to remember. It's been a minute since I played this game too, so don't harp on me too hard for not remembering the storyline right away. Shit. Damn. I can't even remember this shit though. I played this game. It's just been a minute since I played it though. I might play it soon too. I might tell you about it. I don't know. I ain't played it in a while though. I just know the unlockable legends on the game was The Rock, Stone Cold, Doula, Mankind, fucking who else? Cactus Jack and Cactus Jack was on 06 as well. They had Jerry the King Lawler. They had who else they had on there? Andre the Giant. They had some legends on there though. Hulk Hogan, of course. Hulk Hogan was overpowered on this fucking game. He was too powerful on this goddamn game. Hulk Hogan from the 80s and shit. The unlockable Hulk Hogan. I ain't talking about the current Hulk Hogan. I'm talking about the unlockable Hulk Hogan. Overpowered as fuck. Oh yeah. The character, the wrestler he used to cheat on with this game was goddamn. The character they used to cheat on this game with, not just besides Hulk Hogan, was motherfucking Triple H. Triple fucking H. They used to cheat like a motherfucker on this game with that bastard. And Undertaker. They used to cheat like a motherfucker, dog. Oh my god, dog. Overpowered ass motherfuckers. And John Cena. Well, no, not John Cena so much. I just said Triple H and Undertaker. I can't remember the damn story, but I cannot believe myself. They had one of the greatest soundtracks in wrestling game history. They had 3 Days Grace, Riot, and Animal I've Become. They had Ellie Stitches. They had shit like that. I don't like Money in the Bank by Lil Scrappy. I don't like Lil Scrappy. He's a fucking bum. He's garbage as fuck. But that song it fits the theme to this game though. That's why it blends in so well with this game, because it fits in with this game though. So hey, I used to like picking my favorite characters. I used to like picking on here. I think Kurt Angle. I used to like Kurt Angle on this motherfucking game. Kurt Angle was the shit. Kurt Angle was the shit on this game. This was the last WWE game Kurt Angle was on too, by the way. Yeah, like this game was fun. I can't remember the storyline. It's been so goddamn long since I played a goddamn game. I just remember the legends and shit. But the general manager mode, try it out. It's fun. It's fun. I love general manager mode in almost all of SmackDown vs. Raw. Okay, next game. But that game was one of the top 10 greatest wrestling games of all time. Period. No question about it. Now the next game, this game going to piss all of you off. This game going to make you angry. Boom! SmackDown vs. Raw 2008. They featured ECW wrestlers. They ain't had that many ECW wrestlers either. All they had was Tommy Dreamer. They had Tommy Dreamer. They had Terry Funk. They had oh yeah, on this game they had Mr. Perfect, which was the shit. But back to this game, they had like Terry Funk on the ECW roster. They had Tommy Dreamer. They had Sabu, Sandman was a current member, but them legends I'm talking about, they ain't really had that many legends though, honestly though. They really didn't. If you count Sandman as a legend, then go ahead, but he was on the active roster. I think he was on Raw and shit. Whatever. But anyway, this game was, people hate this game. I don't really hate this game though. Now, the soundtrack, it's a boring ass soundtrack to me. It's only a couple good songs on here though. Like it's Put Your Lips on the TV and shit like that. That song right there. And what's the other song called? Surveil. I forgot who. But them rock bands, that was alright though. Well enough or some well alone or some shit. I forgot that Chevelle Well Alone or some shit. I forgot the song's called, man. But yeah, the songs wasn't that great though. There's only a couple good songs on here, but other than that, good. It was a good game. Well, it was a solid game though. It wasn't the best SmackDown vs. Raw. The best SmackDown vs. Raw was 2007 by far. It blows all the other SmackDown vs. Raws out of the water. That SmackDown vs. This game right here blows this game and the rest of SmackDown vs. Raws out of the fucking water. All of them. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. It blows all of them out the water. Even the earlier ones. It's maybe except 06. Maybe except 06. But it blows the first one away. It blows 08 away, 09, 010, and 011. It blows all of them away. But yeah, this game was the shit. Well, it was the shit if you play, I remember, this storyline I remember because I just got done playing this game not too long ago. I just got done playing this game like, I think 2 days ago. And I remember the storyline when they had Chris Masters as the champion and shit on Raw, even though I rather prefer to be on SmackDown on this game. If you rather be on SmackDown on this game than fucking Raw. That's just my opinion. I'd rather be on SmackDown any day of the week. That is my personal opinion. Because Raw was fucking garbage. In my opinion on this game, Raw was trash. Yeah, Chris Masters as the champion after he cheated to beat you in a ladder match and shit. I think no, he cheated to beat you. I don't think in the ladder match, but he cheated to beat you though. And yeah, I remember that. And then what else I remember? I remember shit. It's another. I remember the SmackDown was more. I remember like going against motherfuckers like Undertaker and shit. Undertaker always had a problem with somebody and shit. You have to beat Undertaker's ass in this game. You have to beat, man. I just remember the storyline. I remember it. I remember it so goddamn much. I actually played General Manager mode way more than the storyline though. I remember for the fact that you had to you were wrestle injured and shit. They always have you wrestle injured. You know what I'm saying? And then I remember you had to do like extracurricular shit after you like wrestle and shit. Like if you gotta build up your money and shit if you want to unlock extra shit. But I never really done that. But actually, you do need to go do some shit. You need to like make movies and shit and do press conferences to build up your character's popularity. That's how, because if you don't build up his popularity, it's gonna take you a lot fucking longer. It'll be a lot fucking longer process in this game. You won't get that many championships. You won't do shit. You gotta be able to build your popularity up in this game, and you gotta do. And it takes a lot of fucking fatigue in this game when you do shit like that, like giving money to charity and all that other shit. Giving money to charity, doing the movies and shit to build up your popularity. You gotta build up your popularity on this game. On the extra days you have off, besides the wrestling days, you got like a Tuesday or Wednesday if you want Raw, or like a Saturday, Sunday. No, not Saturday, Sunday, but like Raw and Tuesday and all that shit. You gotta do extracurricular shit, and then also you gotta beat up on SmackDown. You gotta beat. Well, you got motherfuckers invading Raw and SmackDown and shit, especially Raw. ECW invading and shit, and then you gotta fight some ECW motherfuckers. I remember that shit though, and then I used to beat everybody's ass. And then this was the one of. Oh yeah, you have to fight CM Punk on this game too on the storyline when they invade ECW. But yeah, this is probably the first wrestling game CM Punk was on. And he was one of my favorites to pick, believe it or not. I used to always pick CM Punk. I remember one time I used to play against one of my cousin's friends and shit. I played against him one time. It was in a match and shit. It was like a normal match and shit. I was CM Punk. He was John Cena. We were beating the fuck out of each other. I won though, but it was hard though. See, you play this game with somebody, that shit can be fun than a motherfucker. Now, if you play it by yourself though, you can have fun for a minute, but then after a while, you're going to get bored. You're going to get bored with this game, I'll tell you that. Unless you play General Manager mode. That's the only way you might not get bored as quickly. And I used to always play General Manager mode way fucking more. I used to have, I could have anybody on my roster, including legends. I used to have The Rock on my roster, or Stone Cold, it doesn't matter. I used to pick The Rock, Shawn Michaels. I built my own fantasy roster. I picked The Rock, Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, Mick Foley, and Batista, Randy Orton, motherfuckers like that. Randy Orton and goddamn Johnny Nitro or John Morrison, whatever. I used to put him on the roster. CM Punk. I used to have Jeff Hardy. Man, I had Undertaker on my shit. Man, I used to have motherfuckers on my goddamn roster for real. I used to have people on the roster on this game, man. That shit was fun as hell. A fantasy roster. I used to always pick SmackDown though. I never picked Raw too much. I never did. I occasionally pick Raw, but I'll pick SmackDown more. And I won General Manager of the Year award. And it's hard to do that. I used to make like 4 to 5-star matches all the time. So, yeah, the game was fun. I'm done talking about that game. Now the next game. Boom. SmackDown vs. Raw 2009. And this will be the last wrestling game that I have on me and that I bought. Because this game, I think this game was not better than 2008, man. I don't know why people think this is better than 2008. I had no idea why people think that shit. Because I do not think that at all. I don't think this is better than 2008. I don't think so. As far as the roster goes, any of that shit. It's not better than the roster on here. It's not better than the game concept or none of that shit. The gameplay is the same though. But the game concept and all that shit, no. I didn't like that shit. I don't like the concept on this game though. You gotta go to story mode and shit. You gotta pick your own superstar. Like they had Chris Jericho, they had Rey Mysterio and Batista on the same one. I think they had John Cena, CM Punk, shit. Did I say Chris Jericho? I think I did. Chris Jericho. They had I don't know. Did they have? I think Jeff Hardy and shit. Like the fuck, man. No, they had DX on the same one. My bad. And Jeff Hardy, I think. And it was like, fuck, man. Fuck. This shit was fun, but the only thing I didn't like about the storyline, it was too damn short. All the storylines was too short. It wasn't long enough. They should have made it longer. Now, what I like about this game, though, SmackDown vs. Raw 2009, what I liked about it, though, is that you can create your own finisher. This is the first WWE wrestling game that you can create your own finisher. Like, literally create your own finisher. Yeah, I like that shit, though. I made a move called Heaven to Hell. It was a move I made. It was called Heaven to Hell. I used to fuck people up with that move. I hit you with that shit one time, you dead. You ain't getting up. But yeah, it was called Heaven to Hell. And the other one was called the other one was called Death Sins. That's the other one was called. But yeah, my moves was cold. But yeah, they ain't had too many unlockable legends on here. They had people like Ric Flair and shit. I mean, Ric Flair great and all, but fuck, they ain't really had no legends. And this is one of the first WWE games that I know that didn't have like. No, this is the first SmackDown vs. Raw series they did not have The Rock or Stone Cold on the motherfucker. Actually, the first wrestling game they ain't have them on there, and then they brought them back next year in SmackDown vs. Raw 2010 because they knew they fucked up because that was it. Why would you take them two out? And that was the two biggest stars in the Attitude Era. Actually, probably your top 2 or 3 biggest stars in WWE history. The Rock, Stone Cold, and Hulk Hogan is the top 3 biggest stars in WWE history. There is no argument about that. No fucking argument. There's no argument because that's a fact. The top 3 stars are Rock, Austin, and Hogan. That's it. A 4th, maybe Andre the Giant. Okay? That's a 4th. But other than that, your main 3, Rock, Austin, Hogan. And they had none of them motherfuckers on this game. And they brought them back for SVR 2010. SmackDown vs. Raw 2010, they brought them back. But they should have had them on this game. This game was definitely needed them motherfuckers. They had no real legends on the game. They had Hornswoggle as a character. Come on, dog. Get the fuck out of here. They had the retarded as the Great Khali. Oh yeah. Let me tell you something about this game that really fucking irritated me. Okay, say like for example, I'm gonna tell you and I mean the hardest motherfucking people to beat on this game. I'm not bullshit. Don't pick a last man standing match. Do not pick a last man standing match against these motherfuckers. The hardest especially in the last man standing match, but any match in general, the hardest motherfucking people, it is damn near impossible to beat on this game. Shawn Michaels, Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, Undertaker, Triple H, John Cena. Let me take that back. Shawn Michaels, Undertaker, Triple H, and Randy Orton. Those 4 motherfuckers was hard as fuck to beat. Hard to beat on this game. Especially, oh my god, don't play them in the last man standing match. They be cheating. They be cheating like a motherfucker in this game. I used to play a last man standing match against the Undertaker or Randy Orton. They never, no matter how bad you beat their ass, they never stayed down. I know they got a special moveset called Kid Up or some shit, or Resiliency. It's a special attribute they have called Resiliency. But still, they always get it. Randy Orton, Shawn Michaels, Undertaker, those 3. No matter how bad you beat their ass, no matter how much you beat their ass, you can have their whole body on red, and they still get the fuck up. They be cheating with that shit. I'll be getting so pissed off, man. I got so mad. I turned the game off. I threw the controller at the goddamn game system and shit. I'm like, man, this game ridiculous, dog. That's how mad I got, man. Fuck, man. That's what I hated about that game, man. I ain't like that shit. That shit was retarded. It was fucking retarded. No matter how bad you beat their ass, they still get the fuck up. You ain't even gotta be a last man standing match. You can be a regular match. They get the fuck up. You beat the shit out their ass and they still get up. But I like Money in the Bank on this game though. I like that, and they had the Inferno match on this game too, which I did not like. I ain't like that. I ain't really like it. The characters on the game the roster was weak to me. The only people that was worth picking on the game that you did not create, but just on a regular roster, people that was worth picking on the game to me was the overpowered motherfuckers like Randy Orton. I never picked Randy Orton. Well, actually I did, but it's like Rey Mysterio. I used to pick Rey Mysterio. I used to pick Jeff Hardy. I used to pick CM Punk. I used to pick who else I used to pick? I can't remember. They're the main 3 though. Actually, I use everybody on the game though. But I'm just saying the main ones I fuck with. I'm talking about the main ones I fucked with. I can pick anybody and beat your ass with. I'm just saying like they're the main ones I fuck with. And I say who else I fucked with? Edge. Yeah, I fucked with Edge. That's the main 4 I fucked with. But yeah, that's all I gotta say in this video, man. Let me know what you think about this though. I went on too long about the wrestling games and shit, but hey, whatever though. I guess I'll be up out of here though. Peace out though.